Afraid of kids or friends running up a bill for in-app purchases? Parents can now hand over their iPad with confidence after seeing how to enable guided access and app restrictions here on OTS Nanobytes. Hi, I'm Richard, you're on the side repair guy. We've all done it, right? Pass your phone or tablet over to a friend to show them something, or to keep a child busy while you can get dinner done, and then you get an email from Apple saying that you owe hundreds of dollars worth of purchases that were made that you know you didn't make. You may have heard about it in the news, and Apple's been, kind of understanding in cases, but not in all of them. So what can you do to protect yourself from an unexpected large bill from sharing your iOS device? Apple has added two new features since iOS 7, guided access and app restrictions. Now, guided access allows you to lock the device into one application and even limit the physical buttons that can be pressed, while app restrictions gives you control over many things like the ability to lock out in-app purchases, new app installs, and even which built-in Apple apps can be loaded, like camera or location services. Let's take a look at guided access first. Parents, you're going to love this. You ever hand your child your device and tell them they can play one game, but 2 minutes later you find them filling all your free space with selfies and random camera shots of the ceiling and walls? Problem solved. To turn on guided access, go to Settings, General, Accessibility, and Guided Access. Turn on and enter a passcode for the guided access feature. Make sure that this is different from your device lock code, because you've probably shared that with your child when you've just handed it to them before and told them what the passcode is, or a friend, and that means that it won't be effective if they already know it. Also, take a moment to set the time limit settings. Choose a sound that is different from the other tones that you have set for text or reminders, so that you'll be able to hear it when it goes off. Now, let's say you're getting dinner ready and you need to keep your child busy for a bit. If they're like my nieces, they'll love Snakes and Ladders, so let me open that as an example. With the app that you want to lock open, triple-click your home button. Guided access started. Right away, the app is already locked, you can't get out of it. Now, if you want to make any changes to the settings, triple-click the home button again and enter your passcode. We now have the available options. You can adjust which hardware buttons are available while the app is loaded. Make sure that before you turn motion and keyboard off, that they don't need that for the app that they're playing. Like in Snakes and Ladders, you actually shake it in order to roll your dice. So if you turn off motion, they won't be able to play the game. You can also set timers here, so say if you want to give them only a limited amount of playtime before they have to go do their chores, etc. Once you have your options set, tap the resume on the guided access. There they are. They have a 10-minute time limit, and they're locked into the application. Now, if you set a time limit on it and have the spoken warning set, it will give you warnings at intervals of how much time you have left, and when it runs out, the screen will lock until the passcode is entered again. So that means that if whoever you gave it to will know that it's time to put it down and go do what they need to do. So now you can lock someone into a single app, but they can still run up a bill if it has in-app purchases. So now you need to turn on some app restrictions to get that under control. To turn on app restrictions, go to Settings, General, and Restrictions. If you've already been here before, you'll have to put in your passcode. Now, you have a lot of different controls in here, as you can see. It's a very long scroll to the bottom. I'm only going to touch on a couple of them, and I'll let you play with the rest of them, because every device needs different restrictions based on the users that are going to be in contact with the device. For this video, the important one is right here, in-app purchases. Toggle that one off, and nowhere on the device are in-app purchases accessible anywhere. Now, just to make sure that it is working, I'm going to jump out and load up Pac-Man as my example. Now, if I try to go and make a purchase, oh, there it is. In-app purchases not allowed. A $6.99 unexpected purchase stopped in its tracks. Remember, this applies to all users, so when you have a reason to actually make an in-app purchase, you need to go back to the restrictions and turn it back on so that you can make purchases. Just be sure to turn it off when you're done to keep small fingers from running that bill up. It's also not a bad idea to turn off the new app installs as well. You never know when they'll find their way into the App Store after all. Well, that's guided access and app restrictions for you. I hope this was a help to all the parents out there and people with friends who don't mind spending your money. To both of you, I remind you to never share your Apple password and think really hard of who you share your passcodes with. While you're here, take a look at my video on how to gain memory back for your iOS device by closing apps running in the background. If you found this video useful, give it a like and click on subscribe. If you have any comments, I'd love to see them down below, and of course, questions are always welcome here and may be the inspiration for my next video. I'm Richard, your On the Side Repair Guy, signing off. See you next time on OTS Nanobytes.